Alright, buckle up because we're about to talk about what should have been one of the greatest battles in the Pokemon anime. It should have been an epic battle for the ages. Ash Ketchum versus Ritchie, the friend that he met a few days ago and is somehow now one of the most important friends he has. Yeah, that checks out, whatever. But my point is, we're about to talk about a battle that should have been incredible, should have been amazing, should have been high stakes, and in the end turned out to be a corrupt, ridiculous, nonsensical affair. It was crap. It was a crap battle. We're about to discuss one of the crappiest battles in the entire Pokemon anime. An absolute travesty. Let's do it. The episode starts with Ash moping, wondering why his next match has to be against Ritchie. Mate, there's no use being all mardy about it. You had two options. One, either face Ritchie at some point during the league and one of you have to knock the other out of the competition, or not have any matches against Ritchie, which means that Ritchie, your friend, would have to be defeated by some other random trainer. And is that really the way you want your friend to get knocked out of the league, by some randomer? Surely this is the best option. You get to battle with a friend and either you win or your friend wins. It's kind of win-win, isn't it? What I'm saying is, mate, lighten up, have some fun. And that's coming from me. Misty calls Ash over as she's looking through the Pokemon League database, which has information on all of the trainers. Now, I know Ash has won all of his battles so far, but mate, they've had access to this the whole time? I bet some of the info in here would have been really useful for some of those early battles. Misty says Ritchie only has a Pikachu, a Charmander, and a Butterfree, and then we get this direct quote from Brock.
An electric type, a flame type, and a flying type. They're almost the same kind of Pokemon you use, Ash.
Firstly, a flame type, that's not a thing, mate. Secondly, almost the same. All three of these Pokemon are Pokemon that Ash has literally owned during the time you've known him. They're exactly the kind of Pokemon Ash uses. Although granted, not anymore with Butterfree. Nurse Joy explains to Ash that he's lucky to be battling a friend, because even if he doesn't win, he can still be happy that his friend won. That's exactly what I've been saying! Whilst Team Rocket are eavesdropping, Jessie says there was something that prevented her from having friends when she was a little girl. James then chimes in with,
"It must have been your personality."
Holy moly, stop it, mate! She's already dead! Jessie needs to change her name to Freddy Krueger because she just got severely burned. Jessie uses a voice changer to mimic Ritchie's voice and calls up and hurls abuse at Misty and also convinces Ash to come and meet Ritchie outside, because obviously then Ash thinks it's actually Ritchie. We've talked about Team Rocket's voice changes on the show before, so I'll just do a short list of my gripes. 1, how do they fine-tune it to be so accurate to Ritchie's voice at such short notice? 2, why don't they use this all the time? It has so many practical applications. And 3, who made it? Is this something Jessie whipped up herself? Is it standard issue for all Team Rocket grunts? Or can just about anybody in the Pokemon world just nip to the Pokemart and pick up a voice changer? Now, I get that Jessie, whilst using Ritchie's voice, insulted Misty, calling her a lame-o and things like that, but mate, how quick was Misty to turn on Ritchie? All she's ever known about Ritchie is that he's nice and polite and kind and helpful. And then the one time that he's rude to you, you explode with anger and talk about how you knew he was too good to be true? Mate, any sensible person would ask, what's come over you? Is something wrong? For all you know, Misty, this could be a cry for help. Ash Ketchum finds a new way to prove his complete and utter stupidity by believing that a ventriloquist dummy designed to look like Ritchie is in fact the real Ritchie. Mate, I don't care how accurate Team Rocket have made the design of this fake Ritchie, but everyone can tell that that kind of mouth is the only kind of mouth you see on a ventriloquist dummy or on a nutcracker. Ash, mate, open your eyes. After Team Rocket trap Ash in a net and Jessie calls him brainless, Meowth has a bit of an existential crisis, wondering how brainless they must be if Ash beats them every time. I'm sorry, mate, reality can really sting sometimes, can't it? Meowth is becoming self-aware. Pass it on. Not that I'm keeping count, but this is the second episode in a row where Team Rocket have abducted at least one child in the back of a van. Team Rocket are No, that's a really strong accusation. Team Rocket are certainly on their way to having a very different sort of reputation, let's put it that way. Pass it on. Brock and Misty wondering where Ash has gone and why he isn't back yet really makes me realize just how spoiled we are to have phones with us everywhere we go now. Like seriously, a cell phone would come in really handy right about now. Well, 2 cell phones at least, because you know, Ash would need to have one at his end. Brock says his match starts in half an hour and we see this clock displaying the time as 4:30. Oh mate, that means the match starts at 5 p.m. That is tragic. Imagine having to wait around for basically the entire day just to get to your match. That's torture. I guess Team Rocket are doing Ash a favor taking him on a little drive. Keeps his mind occupied if nothing else. In a stroke of uncharacteristic genius, Ash has brought out his Squirtle and got Squirtle to constantly use Water Gun to gradually fill up the van with water. Of course, the theory here being that eventually Team Rocket will have to stop the van to figure out what's going on. This does raise the question that I suppose all water-type Pokemon raise. Is there no limit on the amount of water a water-type Pokemon can produce? Like, there seems to be enough water in that truck to fill Squirtle's body about 30 times over. So how has he produced so much in such a short amount of time? Also, it's a good thing the cargo part of this truck isn't watertight, or Ash's plan would have killed them all. Well, I mean, except Squirtle, because like he can breathe underwater, so he'd just be chilling next to the corpses of Ash and Pikachu. Oh, Christ, that's bleak, isn't it? Something else that's bleak is the fate of this channel if you forget to hit the like button. So please do us a favor, take a moment to give the thumbs up button a cheeky tap, show you're enjoying this video. Let's go for 6,000 likes again. Let's keep going for 6,000 likes until we can hit it on one of these videos. That'd be great. Don't forget to share the video on social media as well, as that helps massively as well. And of course, comment down below, just anything, like a generic comment if you can't think of anything, like
Misty, mate, chill, brah.
And of course, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for giving me a chance. Hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of Pokemon WTF Moments. After James crashes the truck and Ash escapes, Team Rocket, who moments ago were hanging over the edge of a cliff, turn up behind Ash, balancing on one of the truck's axles. But just how in the world did they imagine this was gonna go? The sheer amount of skill required to keep 3 individuals balancing on the same axle at the same time whilst continuing to move it in a straight line forward is issue enough. But what did they plan on doing once they caught up to Ash? Team Rocket, use your noodles. After Team Rocket crash once again, they challenge Ash to a battle, and Ash sends out Bulbasaur. Ash tells Bulbasaur to use Vine Whip, and Team Rocket avoid it by standing still and not letting it hurt them. James legit just says,
It can't whip us.
but mate, it is doing. Why is it not having any effect? Ash's Bulbasaur's crap. Pass it on. Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, and this instantly KOs all 3 members of Team Rocket, and then Ash just returns Bulbasaur to its Pokeball. I guess you should have just used Pikachu from the start. Like, sending out Bulbasaur turned out to be literally pointless. After Ash runs away yet again, Team Rocket turn up behind him on bicycles. But where the hell did they get those from? Did they have them the whole time? Did they unfold out their pockets or something? Okay, wait, let's go through the chain of events here. Team Rocket caught up to Ash and had Weezing use Smog. Whilst caught inside the Smog, Ash had flashbacks of Ritchie saying, let's have the best match ever and all that jazz. And during this time, Team Rocket parked their bikes inside the Smog, out of their vision, but in Ash's vision so that he could steal one and get away. Team Rocket, what the hell are you guys doing today? You've basically failed 3 episodes worth of Pokemon thievery in one. Meanwhile, at the stadium, there's talk of Ash potentially being disqualified if he doesn't show up soon, and Ritchie winning by forfeit, and Ash's mum is sat in the crowd wondering if he's okay. I mean, she sounds concerned, but apparently not concerned enough to be out looking for him. I guess nothing's gonna come between you and your holiday with Professor Oak, is it, Delia? Misty storms across the battlefield and starts shaking up Ritchie, trying to find out what he knows about Ash, since she's still convinced that it was Ritchie that she talked to on the phone earlier. As she's doing this, the announcer says,
This young lady might be the toughest battler we've seen in this entire competition.
Mate, we've seen a Bellsprout throw around a Bulbasaur like it was a pro wrestler kicking the shit out of a newborn child. Do you really want to claim that Misty is the toughest battler we've seen in this competition? Okay, at this point, I have no idea how Team Rocket are doing this. They found time to get to their hot air balloon wherever it was parked and catch up to Ash when he's barreling his way up the road to get to the stadium on a bicycle. Like, I know with shows like this you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, but come on, this is bollocks. There's no way they would have caught up to him. Ash gets Pidgeotto to fly Pikachu up to Team Rocket's balloon so he can Thunderbolt them. But instead of destroying the entire balloon like it normally does, the Thunderbolt just gets rid of the basket part of the basket, leaving the metal framework behind. Seems legit. Ash asks Pidgeotto to pull the remains of the hot air balloon to the stadium. It ain't glamorous work, but it's nice to see Pidgeotto actually being used for something for a change. I mean, granted, yesterday it was used as a parachute, so maybe things are looking up for Pidgeotto. When the Pokemon League referee walks up to Ritchie to grant him the victory, Ritchie begs him to just wait a little bit longer, and the referee grants them 10 more minutes of waiting. Ritchie, mate, what are you doing? This isn't some casual exhibition match, this is the Pokemon League. This is what you've been working for your entire Pokemon journey. Take the easy win. I get that he doesn't want to win this way because of his integrity, but fuck integrity, get that win by any means necessary. Look at the Italian football team. Oh, is that too soon? or it might be too soon. Seriously, imagine if he'd waited for Ash to come back, fought Ash, and then lost. He'd feel like a right tit. I mean, you'd feel like a right tit too if you missed out on getting 30% off G Fuel with code ACE. That's right, we've been boosted once again. This is the last code ACE boost of the month, so, you know, it's not going to get boosted again until sometime in August. So make sure you use code ACE basically every day until Monday the 19th. Midnight at night time. Wait. Midnight Eastern time on the night of Monday the 19th is when the 30% off ends and goes back down to 10%. So make sure you get your orders in ASAP. Get all the banging new flavors. Get the restocks because Cherry Limeade's back in stock, but I'm not currently drinking Cherry Limeade. I'm drinking Yuzu Slash. Oh, that is beautiful. If you like citrus flavors, if you like kind of strong citrus flavors, this is the one for you. Use code ACE, get 30% off. Remember though, it's for over 18s only because it contains caffeine and children don't need caffeine, but because it contains caffeine, make sure you drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. Side note, there is a caffeine-free range of G Fuel called Hydration, and they just added Yuzu Slash as a hydration flavor, so a caffeine-free version of what I'm drinking right now. Now, this is something I refuse to believe. Ash flies into the stadium at the very last second in Team Rocket's balloon and nobody bats an eyelid. In the previous episode, Officer Jenny took one look at Team Rocket's balloon, recognized it as Team Rocket's balloon, and had Growlithe use Flamethrower to take the fucker down. So why is that not happening here? Ash is way too high up for anybody to be able to realistically recognize him, so why is the balloon not being destroyed right now? As far as anybody in that stadium can tell, the balloon of known criminals who previously attacked the stadium has arrived once again. Absolute bollocks this, they should have shot him out the sky. When jumping down from the balloon, Ash apparently completely forgot that Pidgeotto, the poor bugger that's had to pull the balloon this whole way and is basically the sole reason that Ash has arrived just in time for this battle, was up there until it came crashing to the ground. Poor thing's absolutely cream crackered and Ash has the gall to forget that it exists. I didn't think I'd need to say this today, but justice for Pidgeotto. Apparently they've just let the Team Rocket balloon float away with the random bike still dangling from it. Yeah, great idea guys, there's absolutely no way that's unsafe. So as the battle finally gets underway, 15 minutes into this 21-minute episode, Ritchie sends out his Butterfree, Happy, and Ash responds by sending out his Squirtle, because of course sending out a Pokemon with super effective moves against your opponent just never crosses Ash's mind. Ash is an umpty. Pass it on. At one point, Squirtle just legit gut punches Happy. I mean, what move is this even meant to be? I thought Ash's Squirtle knew Withdraw, Water Gun, Skull Bash, and Tackle. What's this punch meant to be? Answers on a postcard. Happy uses Sleep Powder on Squirtle, and Squirtle falls asleep. The referee declares that Squirtle is unable to battle, and therefore Happy wins the round. What? What kind of bullshit is this? Sleep is a status condition. That could end after a short while. Don't be here acting like Squirtle's KO'd. Mate, Squirtle got shafted here. I guess while they were all waiting for Ash to arrive, little Mr. Integrity Ritchie slyly paid off the referee because that call was abhorrent. It's not very often I get legitimately, like genuinely angry at a children's TV show, but my word, Ash was robbed here. Sleep equals KO. Who the fuck do these writers think they are? Oh shit, yeah, they're the writers. Fuck. I guess you win this round. Bastards. It's no wonder Misty and Brock are shocked. They both know this is complete bollocks. Ash's Pikachu runs in to face Happy and delivers a double edge attack. Wait, when did Pikachu learn this TM only move? I told you, didn't I? This is all happening without us seeing it. My guess is that after finding out that Ritchie was going to be his opponent and obviously seeing how tough Ritchie's Pokemon were, Ash decided that maybe he needed to nip over to the TM shop and give Pikachu a little bit of a power boost. Although we still need to find out what he got rid of. Was it Thundershock, Thunderbolt, Agility, or Quick Attack? My money's on Agility, but I'm not convinced. Regardless, giving Pikachu that TM was smart, really.
Well, actually, Liam, I'm sure Pikachu probably learned Double Edge naturally, maybe by watching Pidgeotto or something.
Nope. Pikachu can't learn Double Edge naturally. It's TM only. Therefore, it's TM taught. You will never change my mind on this. There is literally no other explanation. Pikachu follows up with Thunderbolt and knocks out Ritchie's Butterfree. Good riddance, cheating little prick. Sleep Powder causes instant KO. I'm still pissed off about it. Next up, Ritchie sends out his Charmander, Zippo, who goes straight on the offensive with a constant stream of flamethrower attacks. And Ash just stands there whilst Pikachu is frantically trying to to dodge attacks, not issuing any commands. Ash, mate, is this your first Pokemon battle? You need to tell Pikachu what you want Pikachu to do. That's how this works. Agility or quick attack would be bloody brilliant right now. Agility would get Pikachu's speed up and, probably get him away from that flamethrower a bit quicker and give him a little opening to use Thunderbolt or Thundershock or something. And quick attack would just stop Charmander in its tracks anyway. If you're gonna battle in a Pokemon Battle League, you're gonna have to know how Pokemon battles work, mate. That's a given. Zippo smashes Pikachu with a brutal looking tackle attack. But hang on, Charmander can't learn tackle. It all makes sense now. Ritchie's a hacker. Confirmed. No, seriously, this explains everything. This is why Ritchie wouldn't accept the forfeit. Not accepting it makes him seem like a very good moral person, so people would be less likely to suspect him of hacking, or to even investigate it. He's got the crowd in the palm of his hands because they think he's just such a nice boy. So they just don't notice his illegal moves he's using, and his insta-KO sleep powder just doesn't get questioned. Ritchie isn't just a hacker. Ritchie is a criminal mastermind. Confirmed. Ash realizes he can't bring out Bulbasaur against a fire type, and with Pikachu defeated and Pidgeotto worn out, not to mention his Squirtle, who is only sleeping but is somehow considered knocked out of the competition. Yes, I'm still mad about that. Ash realizes that Charizard is his only hope. Hang on. Pikachu, Pidgeotto, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charizard. What about your sixth mon? Like, Charizard is a massive risk, but surely Muck would have a decent chance against a Charmander, wouldn't it? Hell, if you were smart and had swapped Kingler back in earlier, that would have destroyed Charmander. I'm just saying, you must have at least one other Pokemon that could competently take this Charmander on. And maybe even the Pikachu. After Ash decides to go with the dumb decision of sending out his Charizard, Ritchie tells his Charmander to keep battling, and instead of going for something neutral like Scratch or that illegal tackle that it knows, it goes for Flamethrower. Yeah, mate, good luck taking down a Charizard with a not very effective move. Christ, does this battle have a time limit? Because we could be here a while. Ritchie realizes Charmander can't handle Charizard, so calls it back.
Pussyo, you're a pussyo. Get away!
Ritchie sends out his Pikachu, Sparky, and Charizard simply stamps on the ground to make Pikachu fall over. Mate, this Pikachu's garbage. Why hasn't it figured out that if it just, I don't know, uses Thunderbolt, it wins the battle?
Well, actually, Liam, I think you'll find Sparky can't use Thunderbolt because it's too busy trying to find its footing.
Mate, I have seen Ash's Pikachu use Thunderbolt in all manner of situations, and sometimes, very often, in mid-air. This Pikachu right here is just trash. See what I mean? After Charizard blows it away with its wings, Sparky just runs back towards Charizard. Just use Thunderbolt. You don't have to be near Charizard to do that. Charizard straight up just said,
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Direct quote from Ash.
Charizard, you can't just quit right in the middle of my most important match ever.
I hate to break it to you, mate, but he has done. The crowd are becoming increasingly frustrated, and I can't say I blame them. They came to see a Pokemon battle. They had to wait for a couple of hours for one of the trainers to turn up. They saw a bit of a scrap between Squirtle and Butterfree that basically ended after a single sleep powder. They saw a Pikachu get battered in seconds, and then a Charizard refused to do anything. I hope their tickets were free, because I'd be asking for my money back right about now. Oak explains that Charizard probably fought Charmander because it was a flame type like itself, but doesn't want to bother with a puny little Pikachu. Mate, stop trying to make flame type happen. That's not a thing. And you should know this, Oak. You're a Pokemon professor, damn it. Now this is bollocks too. The referee declares Pikachu the winner because Charizard refuses to battle. Excuse me? Remind me how many moves this Pikachu has used on Charizard so far? Oh, that's right. 0. If anything, the couple of stomps on the ground and the not quite gust attack that Charizard used were closer to actual moves than anything Sparky did. If you ask me, especially in a match that's as important as this one, if a Pokemon is refusing to battle, the other Pokemon, under the rules, should have to still fight the other Pokemon, still use attacks on the other Pokemon, until that Pokemon either decides to start fighting back or gets knocked out. So Sparky should have just Thunderbolted Charizard. I'm sure it would have wanted to battle then. Wait, hang on. The scoreboard says that Ritchie lost 2 Pokemon. That means they're classing Charmander as knocked out. Mate, how strict is this bloody league? He literally switched out Zippo for Sparky. Zippo didn't take any damage. You can't just call it knocked out because Ritchie called it back and made a tactical switch. This whole battle's a bloody mess.
Well, actually, Liam, Well, since Charizard refused to battle Sparky anyway, Ash still would have lost the match overall, so it doesn't really matter if Ash had 1 or 2 Pokemon left.
Okay, firstly, like I said before, if Sparky would have attacked Charizard, I'm sure it would have fought back. And secondly, it doesn't take away from the fact that the rules of this battle have been an absolute shambles. This battle should absolutely be called off and restarted the next day with a referee who hasn't been paid off. Corruption in the Pokémon League. You hate to see it, especially at the quarterfinals. And just like that, Ash Ketchum is out of the Indigo League. Man, I remember being absolutely gutted as a kid. Fair play to the writers for having him lose, even if it was in a stupid fashion, because it's not very often in kids shows like this that you see the heroes actually fail at the end of an arc. So well done, Pokemon. Well done. Yeah, I bet you're smiling, mate. Your plan worked. Ritchie is a cheating bellend. Pass it on. Direct quote from Brock.
From here, they both look like winners to me.
You're talking bollocks, mate. Ash still lost. I know Ash is happy that his friend won, but he's still a loser. Delia says she knows Ash is disappointed, but she couldn't be more proud of him even if he'd won. I mean, if he'd won, he'd have moved on to the semi-finals. And if he'd won there, I should hope you would have been more proud of him than you are right now. People really do just say things for the sake of saying things, don't they? Delia, you're full of shit, mate. So those are my WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 79, friend and foe alike. Let me know your favorites and any that I missed down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainLiam for all of my live streams. Head to acetrainliam.com/TikTok for my new TikTok channel. And of course, use code ACE for money off G Fuel. It's 30% this weekend. Until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.